Hey, Jewish mom. This morning I had a frustrating experience, and it's something that after it happened, I thought, there's such a small experience and such a small thing happened. How could I just how can I share it? It's not significant enough to share it with all you Jewish moms in my mommy pep talk. But then, I've frequently gotten feedback. Especially after I've told kind of like small personal stories of things that happened to me. I've frequently gotten feedback that, oh, that was exactly what happened to me. That was exactly what I was going through today. That's exactly what I need to hear. So what happened to me today was that I decided I was trying to register my daughter for a camp, and it's a camp that my three older daughters had attended, and I really wanted my fourth daughter Moria to attend as well. It's been a really fantastic experience for all of my daughters, and basically it's like to connect more with girls, like national religious girls from all over the country, and high quality content and kids, and it's like for spiritual growth and personal growth and connecting with the Jewish people and with Israel. And so I really wanted my daughter, my fourth daughter, to also participate. And I was so careful. I found out what day they're opening registration, and I found out they're opening at 8 a.m. this morning. At 8 a.m. this morning, and so I did everything I was supposed to do. Usually most mornings I leave at 8 a.m. to take my kids to Gan and my daughter to school. But what I did today is I did everything so I could actually take my kids to Gan early and be back by 8 o'clock. So by 8:02, I was sitting at the computer. But the thing is, there were so many parents trying to get in to register their daughters for the camp, that basically I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into the website, and then the website crashed because so many people were trying to get in to register their daughters. Actually, I thought it was kind of a Jewish mom bonding moment, like kind of like all these mothers, probably mothers, trying to do this, trying to get their kids, their daughters into this great camp. And then what happened was I finally got through. It was like 8:20. I finally got through. I had the registration form. I saw that there were like 250 places left. And it's like, great, no problem. I'm going to just fill this out quickly and send it. 250 places left, no problem. And I filled it out. I tried to send it. It wouldn't take my form, and wouldn't accept the form. I just couldn't send it. I was like, what's going on? And I looked, and it came up and said 0 places left. From 250 to 0 places in, like, I don't know, however many minutes. Okay. So, so it was really disappointed. And I knew that my daughter would be terribly disappointed. Um, and um, and it's just like feeling like so like, but I did everything right. And Hashem, isn't this what you want? Don't you want my daughter to go to this great camp? Like, it's such a great camp. It's been such a great place, like where my daughters have grown and met new friends and met girls from all over the country and learn new things. And it's just been such an amazing experience. I'm like, why don't you want my daughter to go there? Hashem, I did everything right. I was there by 8:02 to do this. Hashem, what's going on? It's feeling so disappointing. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Why? So, like after, like over the course of the morning, I realized that, that there's another 2 camps that my daughter maybe could go to. And then my older daughter said, oh, these are camps that our friends went to, and they said that they were even better than that other camp, whatever. But I was just thinking about, it just made me think about like all the things that, like, when disappointments happen in life, when there are disappointments in life. And aren't there always disappointments in life? Like the story about the camp, like, isn't this the story of our lives? Like something that you want, and that's what you wanted. That's what you had assumed was going to happen. If you'd asked me yesterday, what were the chances that we wouldn't get into this camp, I would have said, no, there's no chance. We won't. Like maybe 99, I'm 99.9% sure that we're going to get into the camp, because I'm going to be sitting there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to be getting into the, no, didn't happen. And that's life, like an amazing young woman who thinks she's going to get married. She never gets married, and she never gets married. Or someone who gets married, then she never has children. Or someone who has a child, but she only has one child, only has 2 children. She just assumed she was going to have a large family like her mother did. Someone who thought she'd have a healthy child and then has a not healthy child, children. Someone who has a pregnancy, and then the pregnancy doesn't end in a birth. The pregnancy ends tragically. Someone who assumed that they would be healthy, and then they're not healthy, and they don't have the strength that they would like to have, or the quality of life that they had assumed that they would have. Someone who gets married, but they don't love their husband. Someone who gets married and their husband doesn't love them. Someone has children, but like a certain child or their children don't love them. I just met a parent like this, and it's extremely, extremely painful to have a child who doesn't love you. And none of these people, I think, if you'd ask them, like, if you'd like, what were the chances that this would happen? It'd be like me getting into that camp, like, I like, what are the chances that I won't get married? What are the chances that I won't have a child? That I only have one child? It seems like these things aren't going to happen. But then, in every life they do. There's always things that happen that are unexpected. Always disappointments that are unexpected. So I personally had a very small thing that happened, something that I'd hoped would work out. And I was looking forward to doing a certain something, and then it didn't work out. In the end, it didn't happen what I wanted. And so on Shabbat, I was feeling kind of down about it. Like, if only that had happened. If only it had worked out. If only this thing that I'd wanted had actually worked out. Um, and um, and so I was kind of walking along thinking about it. I was thinking about, I thought about it. But if it had worked out, would I be so incredibly happy? Would that be like the answer to everything? No, actually not. Actually not. Like, probably if I got this thing that I'd hope would happen, then I think of this thing that was wrong, and this thing was wrong, and this thing was wrong, and if only this, and actually this thing actually caused more and more and more problems, more and more problems in my life, let's say, in various ways. Okay. So I was just focusing this past Shabbat as I was walking along, and I was thinking about people and all the different life situations that don't work out like how we want. Each person saying, okay, like, I didn't have a child. I only had one child, and I want to have more. I only have two children. I want to have more. I want to have a healthy child, and in the end, my child is sick. I wanted to have a beautiful marriage, and then I didn't get married, or I married someone who doesn't love me, or I don't love them, or I wanted to have a certain career, and in the end, it didn't work out. I didn't get into the training program that I wanted. I didn't work out. Okay, all the different things, and then, but really, like, what we have to do in every situation. Everyone's in a situation like that is life. That's a definition of life. That something is always missing. The Rebbe Imima once said. She said, "Women, and I think everyone, we're always waiting for something. We're always waiting for something. We're either waiting to become a mother, waiting to give birth, or waiting to, the baby to stop nursing, or the baby to all our kids to be in first grade, or all our kids to be in Gan, or all the kids. We're always waiting for something. And I think, like, what's so important when I was thinking about the Shabbat is just like everyone in every situation, with everything we're waiting for and everything we're lacking, it's just in our present situation to say, what is my next step in Avodat Hashem? What is my next step in serving Hashem? Like, what does Hashem? Okay, this is the situation right now. I'm not married. The situation right now is that I only have one child. The situation right now is that I just had a miscarriage. The situation right now is I had a child, and that child and that child is not a healthy child. What is my next step in Avodat Hashem? This was not according to my plan. This is not what I wanted. Okay, what is my next step in serving Hashem? Now, as I was walking along, I was thinking about this really powerful article I read on Ami magazine. They wrote an article about, there were articles about Rebbetzin Chayamushka Schneerson, the Lubavitcher Rebbetzin, the wife of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and the current Belzer Rebbetzin. And both of them struggled with infertility. The Lubavitcher Rebbetzin Chayamushka, never had any children, and the Belzer Rebbetzin, after many years, she had one child. And Baruch Hashem, now she has a lot of grandchildren from that one son that she had. But those two women, I'm certain, like, their lives in the end didn't look like what they had expected. I think all of them, both of them expected, okay, like, I'm going to be the mother of at least a few kids and probably a large family if things go according to what I want. And in both cases, it didn't happen. Life did not go in accordance with what they want. And both of them just decided, okay, like, that didn't happen. What's that? Plan A didn't happen. What's plan B? What is my next step in serving Hashem? These are, both people who dedicated their lives to, like, to being the helpmates of the Ezer Kenegdo of their powerful husbands who are leaders for thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And I know, like Rebbetzin Chayamushka, so what they were writing in the Ami article was that about how she it wasn't so easy. It wasn't easy how she she had a husband. She didn't have any children. Because of that, she didn't have any grandchildren. And she had like one nephew who then there was like a complicated thing in the family, and like she was estranged from certain members of her family. And so she really didn't have the family. She was on her own very much. She was a private person. She was on her own. And every day she would sit down with her husband, and late, I think late at night, like she would make sure, she and her husband would make sure every day, the Rebbe would make sure to sit down every day together. But still, she gave her husband to the Jewish people. She enabled him to be so many hours, almost the entire day out of the house, so that he could be the Rebbe of his Hasidim and of the entire Jewish people. And she was just saying to herself, you know what? Okay, this didn't happen. Plan A didn't happen. This is plan B. And I'd rather my husband be able to hang out with me more and go with me on walks, and have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with me, and really have more time to talk with my husband. Didn't happen. She says, no, my next step in Avodat Hashem, my next step in serving Hashem, what Hashem wants from me now. The plan B, what Hashem wants from me in the plan B is this. This is how I'm going to serve Hashem right now. So in conclusion, like all of us, like all of our lives, I think, are plan B. I think all of us, as much as we're living our dreams, and Baruch Hashem, I think everyone watching on this, like, we did get married and we do have children, and Baruch Hashem, we're all, living Jewish lives, and Baruch Hashem, like, there's so much that is good. But I think that each of us has something that, if only not that, if only not this, if only if I didn't have, if only I didn't, if only I was healthier, if only I had a child like this, if only, I only have girls, I would like to also have boys. If I didn't only had boys, if I didn't only have boys, I also had girls. If I was able to work in a certain profession, if I could live in a certain country, if I could live in Israel, and I have to live in America, all the things, all of us are there. All of us are actually living plan B. And I think the secret, like the Lubavitcher Rebbe and the Belzer Rebbe is saying, okay, I'm living plan B. Okay, but what does God want from me now? I'm living plan B is like the plan B is like what God wanted. I'm living the life that God wanted. What now? Okay? And on that note, I want to bless all of you Jewish moms with an amazing week called